Fellas, I understand we're a Boston Red Sox podcast, and we will get to them in due time. We got some great, some sad stuff to go over in the episode, not just the play on the field. But we have to talk about another baseball team to start here. That baseball team is based in New York. That baseball team is the New York Mets. I have been dying to talk about this clip from the mid-'80s post-game show for the New York Mets, where it's a studio entry. Welcome back to the Mets post-game show. Screen swipes. Who's there with the host? But former president of the United States, Richard Nixon, on to talk some ball. If there was ever a handcrafted clip of baseball media made 40 years before this podcast ever began, that would be perfect for us to talk about. It just might be this one. Fellas, have you seen the clip? There is a correct answer to this. If you answer wrong, you are fired. So I'll ask again. This is like a book club. Have we all caught up on Richard Nixon talking ball?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And we all retweeted it. Oh, I did not read the article. Sorry, guys.
Oh, the article. It's good stuff. He just loved baseball. He fucking loved it.
And there's like a full 8-minute.
The biggest.
Interesting.
Which he's from California, so
yeah, that's awesome. I was going to say.
But I guess he was born before there were baseball teams in California. So maybe he just. But also the Mets. Well, no, wait. No, that doesn't make sense.
The Giants both moved out there.
Yeah, and then the Mets came after that. So
he was already governor of California, I think, at that point. By the time that the Mets were around.
Right. Yeah,
listen,
so
say what you want about him perpetrating war in Cambodia. Say what you want about Watergate. The dude knew his ball. He did. I've been thinking about sabermetric Richard Nixon in my head all day, leading up to this.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
This feels like the
launch angle of Rafael Devers.
This feels like Ben Shapiro, actually knowing ball.
Being a White Sox fan.
Yeah. Did he know ball?
Yeah, he wrote for Bleacher Report, didn't he?
No, is that true?
I swear
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Hold on. You guys talk some.
I'm surprised he hasn't done something on Outkick or something. Then isn't that
hearing Richard Nixon though talk about I really think Montreal has a good team this year. Yeah.
When did he die?
Early mid-'90s, I believe.
Oh, so he saw the '86 Mets.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, my favorite player on that team was Laney Dexter. Mookie Wilson, too.
He'd be a Keith Hernandez guy, I'm certain of it.
He would also be a guy to defend Buckner. It's everyone yells at Buckner for that play, but people forget that Stanley didn't run over to cover first in that situation.
Do you think that during the Watergate scandal, he would still watch the Mets games?
Absolutely. He especially towards the end of it when he saw the writing on the wall.
I like to think so, too. He resigned on August 9th, 1974. I wonder if the Mets played that day.
Do you know where he resigned? Trivia question.
No.
He resigned. I am not joking.
The
at
Mets
Walt
won.
Disney
So
World.
Really?
He retired at the Contemporary Resort conference room. He retired at Disney
World. Oh my God,
World.
I love the Contemporary Resort. Fitz, I shit you not, I just bought a vintage Contemporary Resort shirt.
Well, Disney World is
also where I gotta be honest. Now I'm definitely out of my element. Once Disney comes up, I already don't know much about.
Oh, that's a banger, Jake.
Right?
That's a banger.
Unfortunately, it is too small for me, so we're trying to work that out.
That's fine. Do you guys think that Richard Nixon would be an eye test guy, or do you think that he's really, if you play the percentages on this, you should never bunt? What do you think he was?
I think he's an eye test guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I think the eye test guy is a Republican. That's a Republican trait.
He trusts his eyes. He doesn't. He's done his own research.
Well, I mean, literally, science is not a friend of the Republican Party.
Tristan Casas' ex-woman.
Data and numbers and such. But Fitz, I did just want to. The day he resigned, the Mets did play. They beat the Reds 4-1, so he was probably pretty excited about that.
Yeah, something going well in his life on that day at the very least.
Yeah, I mean that was the big red machine they took down that day. Can we just?
Yeah.
So good for them. Boston also won that day. They beat Oakland.
Oh. Speaking of the Red Sox winning, they haven't been doing too much of that recently, folks. Am I right? It was fun when we were talking about Richard Nixon and Disney World t-shirts.
Can we go back?
Can we go back to no? But this is Pod on Lansdowne. We were joined, all three of us, together again at last.
It's been a lifetime.
I feel like it's been on and off the last couple of weeks. We were joined by Forever 4 Games Back, aka Liam. Also joined by I'm so ready for the summer to end, aka Jake. I'm Lucas Giolito, parentheses please, aka Fitz. Again, we appreciate you for coming on to the program this week to listen to us talk some ball. And we have a special guest on the show this week. We already recorded the interview before we recorded the episode proper here. Doink Patrol joins us again, friend of the program, Doink. If you had seen on Twitter, Doink was able to go onto the field at McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket as it's getting prepared to be demolished. I saw that the other day on Twitter. I thought it would be an interesting conversation for the audience to hear. You'll be hearing that during the second portion of today's episode. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It was a fun conversation. And then off air, Doink and Jake started talking cinema, and I was completely out of my element. But that's besides the point. The point is...
Specifically, New York City rep screenings, which is the farthest thing that Fitz could... he was just kind of sitting there slack-jawed.
I had to recalibrate and mention that Tricky Dick Nixon resigned at the Mouse, so that got me back into my element here. But fellas, I guess the least interesting thing that we're gonna have to talk about, because there's stuff off the field that of course we want to talk about. Joe Castiglione's retirement. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about that. That'll be later in the program. And the interview with
Shaw's,
yes, yeah. They give a poop about your pipes. But I guess the least interesting thing of the program is the fact that the Red Sox, A, continue to drag their feet, and B, continue to be about 4 or 5 games back of the last wild card. The only difference this time, gentlemen, is that we actually have people to jump now outside of the Minnesota Twins, now that Seattle and Detroit are closer to that third and final wild card spot than we are as we record this Tuesday evening, 5-2 Tampa Bay in the House of Horrors. That is the Trop. Guys, the light at the end of the tunnel is near. I understand, Liam, you mentioned it on Twitter. You're going to miss Red Sox baseball once it's gone, and that is true. But this is excruciating, dude. This is absolutely excruciating to watch.
I mean, I'll put it out there. It's not their fault. It's the Minnesota Twins' fault. They've had this in the bag for like 3 weeks now. They've done nothing with it. I blame the Minnesota. I blame the state of Minnesota for putting us all through this.
You blame Tim Walz?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we could have checked out 3 weeks ago.
If the Twins had just put a couple fucking wins together, we'd be eliminated by now, guys. Let's be honest. I do not believe they hold on to the third wild card. I completely see the Tigers taking that.
They're the only team in the AL playing
pathetic,
worth a damn
pathetic
right
fucking team. Last night they blew that game to the guard. Grow up.
Yeah, so I'm over that. I'm just gonna enjoy the Red Sox for what we've got left. Another shit season. Let's be honest, guys. What else can you say? What else can you say?
I must say, Liam, if they insist upon not taking advantage of the Twins shitting and pooping in their doo-doo ass,
this is such.
They have to finish with 78 wins again just to commit to the bid.
No. Jokes aside, I think we're gonna. If we don't clear 78, I can't even craft words.
Formulate words. Yeah.
I mean, how many games do they have to clear?
Just do it. It'll be funny.
They need 3 wins
out of it.
They need 3 wins in what?
They gotta go 3-10. 3-10.
That Liam actually hang the banner tweet.
You say it out loud. I don't know.
Raise it.
Are we 500 right now? Are we 75 and 75?
75. Currently at risk of going under for the first time since. Let me pull that up.
6 against Tampa too in that last 10, huh?
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I'm looking for the wins. I can't find them.
No path to 270.
When Liam just said it's like another shit season, this is such a stupid fucking reference, but have you guys ever seen the tweet that's like, I have it pulled up. Between Bernie, my ex-wife, the tenant from hell, and General
Cromulent fuck crustable of a day, or whatever.
Tommy need drinky. That's how I gotta quote that and make a Red Sox one for this season.
Oh, you know what it is? Already know what the picture for the show is going to be. You'll see it right now if you pull up the show on Twitter. Between the Red Sox sucking, McCoy being demolished, and Joe Castiglione retiring, Fitzy need drinky.
Fitzy need drinky.
Guys, so numbers right here. If they lose tonight, it's the first time they will have fallen under 500 since June 11th when they lost the first game of that Phillies series. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Wow. Because that was right after
I know
the series with the
and
White
then
Sox.
that's without
Wow.
and then that the next day that one fun 4 weeks we had took place. So
we really
that's all we got.
it all.
People are gonna say, oh, they played really well in May and June. No, they fucking didn't. Right? They played really good from June 15th to July 15th. That's all we got. We got 4 good weeks of good baseball.
Is that when
Good
the All-Star break
baseball.
was?
Basically, like July
It is
11th or
funny
whatever.
how hard of a line the All-Star break was. Like they came out of that break and it was a fucking catastrophe.
11 games over, guys.
Right from the get. It wasn't even
Once
a little
Bernardino
bit of false hope.
gave up the go-ahead grand slam to Freddie Freeman or whatever, that we should have known then.
That Dodgers,
what we were in
yeah,
store
you know what?
for.
And I think it was looking back, it was like, oh, the Dodgers are really good. Like, that's all right. A tough series, but it really was a sign of things to come.
No, but
It
like
was not-
at the time, all right, they didn't have Yamamoto. I think Glasnow was still on the shelf. Like I think
well,
Mookie was still hurt.
That's Tyler
And, like,
Glass now. I don't really.
Fucking Kike in that second game had like 2 home runs and
The
the go-ahead
Kelly home run.
RBI.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah.
That we should have known. We should have known then.
I know when the season is. So I've been a diehard Red Sox fan since I was a homunculus, but I know that the season is over. Like I don't need the math to have to stop working, but it's when I don't feel inclined to turn the game on. That's how I know I'm
You checked out.
yeah, I checked out. And it always takes me about, I mean, what did we get to? Tonight was the first game, or actually I didn't watch. Actually, yes, Sunday was the first game where I was like, I don't care. I don't like these guys.
Game's on, that being the Patriots game.
Yeah, that actually is, yeah.
Mondre got off a couple good runs in that game, and
I know,
was
that's
not-
a bummer of a game. Bummer of a game.
Like that does feel like you could have, man.
It's all right.
So
Fitz.
many
Talk
bad
it through.
losses.
Coulda what?
Talk it
They
through.
could have what? They could have what?
All 3 of those losses in the Bronx over the weekend were annoying in their own ways. Because, man, to drop that first one, to deflate after getting to Garrett Cole in the finale, to not at least take 2.
I mean,
Again, I can't even work up the energy to be mad about it anymore.
I
I think that's what
hate
Jake's
No,
getting to.
I just remember in the first half we were like, okay, like this team's got some fight, Now
They
it's
lost
gone.
all-
Now
they
the
have
belly's
no
up.
fight.
Now they've gone belly up. Rub them, put them to bed.
I'm excited though that they kind of started to shed it last year, but like next year, there really is it is a pretty entirely new roster as far as like the infuse of a lot of the guys I don't like on the team are like just bad vibes. Like Nick Pivetta, Kenley, putrid.
I'm
vibes.
all set with Nick Pivetta. I don't know if the Lucas Giolito.
Hey,
please
Fitz, listen to this. Fuck him.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, he stinks.
Hashtag whatever happened there.
Whatever happened there.
The fact that he's thrown more innings than Schilling or like David Price ever did in a Red Sox uniform is absolutely absurd.
More than Price. Wow, that's
Yeah.
more
More
than
than
Schilling?
Yeah,
I guess Schilling was only on the team for 4
Spear,
years. Yeah.
Alex Spear.
But
wrote
that has
out
only been on the
other day.
team 5
Since
for Pivetta, right?
2020.
Yeah, 2020.
4.5. Four
under
and
20.
4 in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 in a COVID year. Yeah, but
No, but the deadline of a COVID year, so it wasn't even the whole.
exactly right? So
Right.
there you go.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's like better than bad, but it's I'm all set.
Like
he's one of those guys that the second you have to pay him meaningful money, he becomes worthless. Like that's not a guy that you are going.
There's no value in paying Nick Pivetta $13 million a year.
Yeah,
like, there's no value there.
In 5 years, when we're sitting back and naming dudes as one does, when
After
someone
we've ripped
names
off
Nick
our-
Pivetta.
like in the midst of the three-peat, like we're
Yeah, it's year 2 of the three-peat. Yeah, the best
we
is
got
still yet to come. Like the
Roman
truly...
Anthony just won World Series MVP. We're feeling good.
Christian Campbell is the reigning league MVP.
Reigning Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
The guy,
Life
whoever
is
we
good.
drafted first
Life is
overall in
good.
this upcoming draft because we won the draft lottery. That he's top prospect in the league. But we're gonna look back at Nick Pivetta in a couple of years, and the positive memories will persist. Like, oh wow, him like sprinting off the mound in the 21 ALDS. Like that will persist. It's a similar like okay.
I'm gonna be so real right now. I think that's my only positive memory of him.
Well, like the
And guess
you know,
what?
like the
And guess
A's
what,
like
Nick?
I mean,
25
you were coming out of
strikeout
the-
game. He had his
You were
days.
coming out of the bullpen. That's when you're useful. When you come out of the bullpen.
Him
He's
being
at his
shut down
best.
after the one inning of Brennan Bernardino, it's similar to the ending of the Kike era. Like, it was a disaster with him for that last month or two. Okay, he moves on, and then a couple years from now, time heals the wounds, and, people will have a positive perception of Kike, I'm sure.
I think it's much harder to look back on a pitcher that's mid because it's like you see, it's like. Well,
I mean, I think the
It's
thing
same
with
general
Pivetta is
idea.
just like he's such an enigma. He'll go out and give you 7 innings, throw 10 Ks, and then he'll come out the next night, go like 3 1/3, 6 earned runs. You're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Well,
I
I've
don't know.
said- yeah,
I don't think
I've said
he even
this-
knows. It's like the scene from Oppenheimer. What do you believe? Do you even know?
Good pull.
I've said this on here, but if you're gonna have a guy, if you're gonna have a pitcher who I mean, here, let me pull up Nick's page. Nick Pivetta. Okay, if you're going to have a pitcher who at the end of the year, season ends, he has about a 4.5 ERA. Wouldn't you much rather have a guy that goes 5 innings and gives up, say, three runs than a guy that either pitches like 8 1-run innings or 3 innings where he gives up 7? Like, I'd like a little bit of consistency. Like, I'd rather just have a pitcher that's mid always instead of what Nick is, because at least you know.
Yeah, you don't have to
have to-
set
I
your
have to agree.
expectations too high.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, Nick could throw a sparkling outing, pull it out of his ass, or he could just lay a fucking egg.
I will say he's doing me no fucking favors after what was it last week, and I was like, man, if he gets in a big playoff game, he's been that sort of performer. He's doing me no favors with this fucking performance in Tampa.
Well,
here
he
with
did
the
though
3
against
homers.
what was it? Was it Baltimore?
Sure, but again, that goes
Wednesday
it
night.
go-
He looked good.
It goes
That's what
to
I
his
mean.
peaks
So he
and
does that
valleys.
against a playoff team, and then he goes to Tampa and gets fucking shelled.
Well, in
That's
this
the Nick
defense,
Pivetta
everyone
experience.
gets shelled in Tampa. It just doesn't work there. I
Well,
don't know what it
speaking of
is.
another free agent, Liam, are you giving Tyler O'Neill that qualifying offer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't think he takes it. I think that's a safe bet. Certainly not giving it to Nick. That would be asinine.
No, they're not going to give
But
it to Pivetta.
I think O'Neill is a very easy yes if he takes it. Okay, whatever. He's here for another year. If he doesn't
not-
take it, he's going to be 31 next year. He's going to want.
I don't think
a
he'll
significant
take
bag
it just because he hit 32 bombs or whatever
in like
32?
110 games.
Yeah, like somebody that is desperate for pop, which we kind of are. But
I was going to say from
whatever.
the right hand side. What's one team?
We'll give him a lovely Bagoli, and he can't really wait around because he fucking gets a 60-game injury every year. It's not. So I feel good.
This is the second most games he's ever played in a full season. Like,
I also think on the off chance he does take it, you could do far worse for 17.
Also,
18
not
million if you
aging
need that right
particularly.
100%.
Not aging particularly gracefully in the outfield.
no,
might I just add.
not one bit. Not one bit.
No, maybe the worst 2-time Gold Glover I've ever seen. I don't know.
Well,
but-
let's be honest. One of the 2 Gold Gloves was the COVID year, so we can chalk that
right.
one up as.
So we'll throw
Mickey
that one
Mouse.
out. We'll dump it.
But even then,
Dump it, trash it.
They should qualifying offer Kenley.
Um,
I'd do
I think
that.
he wants to leave so fucking bad. I don't like that's a calculated. Bring me a first round pick for that man. He fucking hates it here.
Yeah.
He
I will
bitches.
say-
All right, and
does.
listen,
it is so
I-
funny to have.
Well, here it goes,
Hold
here
on,
it
hold on. Just I get what you're trying to do with the rationale thing, Jake, but objectively, it is hilarious that every other week you come on this program huffing and puffing about, I hate Kenley, I hate watching him pitch, I hate him, and then if you were in the chair as the baseball czar of the Red Sox, would be like, yeah, I'll give him $18 million for this one more year. Why not? Run it back.
what does he make right now? Doesn't he make like $20
Probably
million
like
a year?
16.
I was gonna
16?
guess 16
Like
or so.
16.
So
You
I
want to
think-
give him a raise?
No, I think if you look him in the eyes and you're like, Kenley, I know you want to go to LA, you little bitch. Like it's all you talk about.
call his bluff,
on
call his bluff.
you are on the Red Sox right now, and you have talked nonstop about how excited you are to go back to LA all fucking season. Turn it down, pal. Turn it down. And if not, make him pitch the 7th inning next year. I'm sick of his shit. Lock him in. That's what you do. You offer it and you say, Kenley, you sign that. You're pitching the 7th next year also.
George Steinbrenner type beat from.
I kind of
Jake.
think if Craig pulled that off, I would. I'd gain a lot of respect for that man. Get 2 first rounders for guys you have like little interest in keeping next year. That's awesome. I'm all in on
Who's
this.
going to
By
sign
the
the
way,
contract to give up 2 first-round picks for Kenley Jansen in the big
Hey,
2025?
Hey, real contenders are desperate for bullpen help, man. I mean, the Orioles. The
Yeah, that's
Orioles could have
true.
given Kyle Gibson 15 mil. They gave Kimbrel 15.
I think
mil
I'm.
instead, and
I
that
think
has
I'm
not
gonna
worked
start
out.
like broadcasting this idea on Sox Twitter when we get off. Like I think I might be onto something here.
I kind of like it.
Give me
It's not
the fucking 33rd pick for Kenley
Ooh.
Jansen.
Worst case, he accepts it and he puts up another 120 ERA plus. Okay, cool. Like,
Yeah,
it's still
I wouldn't
value.
have
Yeah,
him
for the
close
7th.
games. Can
See,
you
I
you
mean-
threaten a guy like that? Like if you give him the offer,
And be like,
well, they can't.
well,
you
here's
can't
what's gonna
turn down
happen.
a.
Could there
like
be
they
could there be a union grievance there? Like, okay, you're trying to pay him as a closer and you're not using him as such. I don't know enough about the.
No, like if
union law.
Craig
No, I don't
if Craig
think they
hits
could do
him,
that.
if Craig puts the offer out and he's like, Kenley, by the way, you're not closing games next year, pal.
Not here. at
What's he
least.
gonna do? What's Kenley
I
gonna
guess-
do?
Quite honestly, it's a good insurance plan in case Liam Hendricks like actually isn't.
Might be convincing me here,
Yeah.
guys.
I know. I think it's actually a really good
It's a
idea.
good contingency
I think.
plan. I mean, I personally, I'd bring Chris Martin back first. But
well, I would give him a 2-year deal like tomorrow. I wouldn't even.
you give Chris Martin 2 years?
2, yeah.
I don't know. He's pretty spry. No, I don't know, Jim. I don't know.
He's been
Why
banged
not?
up. He's been on and off this year, right?
He's been good for the 2
I
years
don't know.
that he
Just
has
a
been
little
on the mound.
No, he has
consistency.
been.
But you're not
A little
paying for
consistency in the pen.
20. You're not paying for
I
production
don't know, dude.
23, 24.
That pen is
you're paying
fucking
for 25.
grim. If it takes 2 years to bring him back,
So ugly.
I'm not. I don't think I flinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I give him a 2-year deal.
Look at us already getting ahead of the 2025 offseason talk.
Who gives a fuck? I mean, these next 2 weeks, I literally.
I know.
I know that we have to do this show, but
Watch, we're
I'll
back
get-
within a
Wait,
within a
guys,
game
two-
by the time
I'm
we
ba-
record.
two
next
fellas,
week.
I'll be
weeks
frank.
now.
I'll
We're
be
sitting
frank.
here
I'm
2
box
weeks from now.
score.
The season's over. The
I'm
season's
box
over
score
2 weeks
watching
from now.
these last 2 weeks, boys. I'm sorry. Sorry if that offends. I got I'm not watching tonight because we're doing this. Thursday the Pats are on. Friday it's Friday night. I'm not ruining it with the Red Sox. Like they're gonna struggle to get eyes from Jake Wallinger these next 2 weeks.
What's that HPJ art tweet from back in the day? It's like going to skim over the box score and argue with people who watch the entire
Yes.
game.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
So
Yeah, fuck. I think I'm really into this Kenley qualifying offer thing.
yeah. Well, let us know on Twitter if you like that idea. The show is at Pod on
Do we
Lansdowne.
know what the actual number is now, or we don't know yet?
For the qualifying offer?
I
I'm
think
not
it's
sure.
like decided, right?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. I'm pretty sure Tyler's gonna get one. A first round pick for Nick Robertson. That's awesome.
Oh, it's the average of the top 125 salaries in baseball.
So we're not going to do that.
Last winter it was 20.3 million.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if,
Go down
if it
on
was under that. then
I'm
we had to-
walking it back now a little bit. I don't know.
so I'd
Can
have
someone
to
please
imagine it's a
clip
little higher.
Jake's Ooh. That was so...
Ooh. I think I still do it. I think you got to call his bluff.
Interesting. Well,
All
again,
he does, Fitz, I'd say this all the time. Kenley does 3 interviews a fucking week somehow. People get him on a mic or on a pod, and they're like, Kenley, thoughts on the Red Sox? He's like, I fucking hate it here. I want to kill myself every day. I miss Los Angeles. It's all he does. He bitches and moans. Call his bluff.
This is a all right. I got a nuts qualifying offer stat. So last year, only 7 players were tendered a qualifying offer. None accepted them.
Okay.
we're talking about we're talking about giving 3 qualifying offers from one team.
Right. That's
Who's
what
our
I'm saying.
third?
That's what I'm
Chris Martin. I would
no.
give him an.
Oh, we
I would
we
give
briefly
him.
mentioned Pavetta, then we mentioned O'Neill, then we mentioned
Oh, I'd rather
Pavetta,
die
no,
than
I'm
give
not.
Pavetta a
I'm
QO.
not. And there's
I'm
20
not saying that
million
you
for
said you were
Pavetta.
going to take it. I'm just saying we mentioned it in passing just now.
Okay. Yeah, Liam, go ahead.
O'Neill, I would do 20 mil for it. So since the system was implemented in 2012, only 13 of the 131 players to receive a qualifying offer have accepted it.
Let's do it. Fuck it. I'm so ready now. Give him. Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
I think. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Play for this team again? You fucking bitch. No, you're not. Like he really does not like it here.
Well,
That's fine.
however you think, let us know on Twitter about it. The show is at Pod on Lansdowne. I'm at Fitzimopanian. Jake is at Jake Wallinger. Liam is at Liam Fennessy _ Do you want to take a quick break? Or
Yeah.
no, finish your anecdote.
I just started thinking about I started rationalizing this idea of I'm imagining myself breaking. Kenley Jansen has accepted the Red Sox qualifying, and I'm imagining the fucking video I saw yesterday of the guy falling to his knees ah!
I've lost everything.
That
poor guy.
Yeah, but I think I am.
He
all
does
in
it. He
on
loves that though.
giving Kenley the qualifying offer. Thanks.
So, all right, let's take a quick break. When we return, our interview with Doink Patrol, friend of the program. Liam was not present for that interview.
I had kickball. Sorry, everyone.
It is what it is. We all have priorities. Kickball is life. It is what it is. But then when we return, some more Sox talk, including a discussion on our boy Joe Castiglione. We have to talk about that, gentlemen. I'm afraid we must talk about that. But stick around. We'll be right back with the Doink interview after this. Give me a second. All right, I'm not going to be back because I want to rewind a couple of minutes to find the Jake going. It'll take me a moment.
20 mil.
It's kind of weird to hear me just repeat what I was just saying. It's a little uncanny valley.
It's like Spaceballs. You ever seen Spaceballs?
Yes, yeah. When he looks back and does that.
No, this is now. This is now.
I was going to get 16 or so. So you want to give him a raise? Yes. Team Mill, they gave Kimbrel 50. I kind of like it.
It's gonna be worth it when.
Plus.
This is like the Stavbot bit right now.
Quite honestly, it's a good insurance plan.
Okay, it was after that.
I know that
Yep.
we have to do this show, but watch for back. That offends.
I should have taken note of the time. Hi, who is it? Oh, the one person watching is me. It says when.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It really is the Spaceballs scene.
I've gone too far now. Sunk cost fallacy. I gotta try to find this thing. When did we mention it? Come on.
It's Liam looking up the price.
But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure Tyler's gonna get one. So we're not.
I think I got it. It's so good.
25 salaries in baseball. So we're not to do that. Last winter it was 20.3 million.
Now I gotta actually find it.
Go.
I gotta crop it. Just make it for Jake's face. Splice it a little bit. When the final score goes live, we have to tweet that from the pod account. The goo. That's our new Red Sox lose video. Goo. There we go. All right, now we're ready to. Well, let me actually send it. I also made the tweet there, the Fitzy Needy Drinky.
Kick in the head.
Some old standards. You're singing that kicking ahead.
Yeah, that was a little. Little Dino.
I was gonna say it's Dean Martin, right?
Yes.
Okay, so all right, 5 seconds. We're back. Pot on Lansdowne. Thank you so much for doing for that conversation, Liam. Thank you for your contributions in that conversation as well.
Of course.
Talking about
I was,
old
happy, I was
McCoy.
happy to be there. I was happy
Well,
to be there.
quickly, do you have any like significant McCoy Stadium memories? Have you ever frequented there?
No, I never
I
went.
know you grew up. I know you grew up in Maryland. I didn't know maybe you had been once.
No, fuck,
right,
never
well,
made it.
you know what?
I
Good
was
thing you
trying,
weren't there.
guys, listen. I was trying to plan a trip in 2020. That didn't fucking happen. We never had the 75th year at McCoy.
They never.
never
I know.
called.
I said that in the interview, Liam. That how sad is it? They never even got to say goodbye. That was
Heartbreaking.
that was like their whole last year celebration, and it was ripped
Which is
from
why
their
we had that
hands.
conversation.
and Smiley did COVID, so Polar Park
yeah.
would get the Woo Sox quicker.
That's
That's
Woo,
good. Should
Woo, Wuhan, Woo Sox.
Interesting.
makes you think.
Interesting. This is you guys haven't seen JFK, but I got my glasses on like Costner in
We're just looking
JFK.
at the screen.
Yeah, I'm thinking now.
Smiley let us know what he was about right from the rip. Right from the jump. So, is there anything else specifically on the field about the Boston Red Sox that we want to talk today? Because I
Dude,
want to transition to our.
I want to talk about how dumb the second half's been. Just for one more sec. You know,
Sure, okay.
we've
Yeah, go ahead.
had a playoff spot right in front of us this whole time. Guys, guess how many wins they've been able to string together
2.
at any point in the second half?
Oh, 3. I see it right here.
Yeah, 3. Guys, that's it.
Once.
Everything else,
One time.
everything else, a couple 2-game
Ooh.
runs, a couple 2-game runs, a couple 5-game losing streaks. Like, just so unserious for 2 months now, and I'm just sick of it. They don't deserve it.
Again, we said it once. We'll say it again. Not to beat a dead horse here, but it makes the failings of the Minnesota Twins in that same time even more annoying.
The really annoying thing to me is that in the so obviously the first half was solid, but then even like they came out and completely shit their pants to start the second half, but then like they went a good series, and then it was like, oh, are we back? And then we weren't, because then we lost a couple games in a row. But then we like took a few from Baltimore, and we got back to like, what did we get to? 67 and 60 in that Houston series. And then since then, it's been a complete catastrophe.
Really
But
got
it's annoying
waxed
that
by fucking
they gave these
Diamondbacks.
little glimpses of competence.
But no, it's like the same thing. Even like 2 weeks before that, Jake, you're pointing out, like they took 2 of 3 in Texas, took 2 of 3 in Kansas City, then come home, promptly get swept by Houston, and then they win 2 of 3 against Texas. Then they have that really good road trip, like you mentioned, in Baltimore and Houston. Then they come back, promptly get their ass kicked by the Diamondbacks. So
I'm gonna go full talk radio here for a second. And I know that the rosters like have not been excellent these last 3 years, but it is a bit strange to me how Cora gets like no blame for the 3 years running.
Oh,
second
buddy,
half.
talk to my father for 5 seconds. You'll get
Well, no,
some.
I-
Alex.
no, I do think you're going to hear it this winter. They gave him they gave him the extension during
3
the All-Star
years.
break, right?
I think so. Was it during the break? It was right around that.
Around that time.
We were still good when he
Hold
got
on,
the
let me
extension.
see.
I mean, there's a new, chief baseball officer now. Some of the players have changed, but the manager stayed the same. At some point, yeah, I mean, what the specifics of that blame or non-blame, what that specifically looks like, I mean, I guess that's up to you. You're entitled to the opinion of it, but At some point, the buck has to stop somewhere.
When was it? Liam?
Oh heavens!
It was that. So it was announced on July 24th. The same day they lost to the Rockies 20-7.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How could I be remiss?
Okay, so that afternoon they were 54 and 47
48.
and 40.
Romy
No,
Mahoney
7.
home
run.
That
Well,
loss
48.
made them 48. So since then, they've gone. I don't care. It's bad. I'm not doing the math. They don't deserve it.
They've won what 20 games since then.
I just don't. I think it is, and I've made it very clear over the years. I'm much more lukewarm on Cora than others. But I do find it genuinely strange / interesting that this is the third year running where you were good, you were competent, not great in the first half, and then you
In the mix, yeah.
completely fall apart in the second half. 3 years running. So
Also,
What's that
we
about?
got to talk about the defense. Defense has
No.
been ass
no, that's
since
okay.
2018.
Oh yeah.
In
Yeah.
general, yeah.
The defense, base running, okay.
Well, the
has been better this year.
fundamentals they've sucked for half a decade now.
I'm like, that's
They've never
that's-
been a great base running. They haven't been blazing up the base paths ever. You know what I mean? But like going back
18
to
I
they
mean,
were
decade
outside
now.
of this year. I mean, but like this year, they've been great on the bases.
Sure,
For
yeah.
the
most
That exception
Certainly
to the
not.
rule.
Certainly not as bad as last year or 22.
Over the past decade or so.
What
Oh,
cutting
well,
Alex?
yeah,
what trading Alex Verdugo does to a
Benintendi
team?
and Verdugo, yeah.
Christian
Benintendi had
Vasquez,
his moments, yeah.
Verdugo, and
But yeah,
Vasquez
but
were
the
probably
defense-
the two worst base runners I've ever watched in my life. No,
Yeah, I gotta
You
agree.
agree?
Benny was fucking awful. He did
Yeah,
something
Benny
like
was-
every
Benny was
night.
bad.
Fucking
How about
every
Benny?
night.
Benny kind of cooking
He's been
these last
hot.
couple weeks.
Two bombs the other night. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
The most bucks that they ever paid a free agent, as a matter of fact.
Actually, insane.
So, we can get into the musings of the team as the
Would you guys trade Massa for Benny?
Ooh, wow. No, because he's a lefty. If Benny was a righty, I would actually consider it, but that doesn't solve anything.
yeah. No, I no.
Would you do it if he was a righty, like in this alternate universe?
Actually, no.
Probably
He's
not, no.
been absolutely, actually awful. No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm all set.
no.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
I think in the
One
first
look-
half he
one
was
look at the
like
B-ref
legit.
page.
He was like legit the worst player in
Awful.
baseball. The first
Yeah.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm all
Yeah.
set. Never mind. Love you, Benny. But
Interesting thought exercise though.
hey, you never know. Got to see if the money works.
What's Massa get a year? Is it 15 as well? No, it's like 18, right?
18 and a half, I think.
18.6 to be specific.
Not 15 and a half.
What?
Yeah, fellas, I'm just I'm ready for the summer to be over, and I'm ready for the off season. I am.
No, who else is ready for the offseason?
The whole roster. I don't know what.
Joe Castiglione.
Well, he's ready for the off forever.
He said he might
Okay,
do a
so
couple
here's
games
my-
here and there.
That's what he was. Yeah, that's what he was saying. What was this, Saturday or Sunday?
I hate that shit.
He
I
hopped
hate
into
that.
the booth
Sunday, he knows.
with Dave and Uke, and he's like, "Yeah, like it just sounds like he's done full time," which I totally get. But it sounds like we might get him for, I don't know, 15, 20 games at the very least. He's
Which, no matter what, I don't care, Nesson, if that's national TV, whatever it is, that's an EEI night for me, no matter what I'm doing. If it's a
Oh, yeah,
once in a
Joe's
blue
on
moon
there.
Castig night, absolutely. Because, fellas, for having grown up with this team, of course, you grow up with him being the voice of the team at this point. I mean, I remember listening to these games when it was him and Jerry Trupiano on the call on EEI. Having the radio on, going to bed, listening to the Sox, and because Tig was there the entire time. Don't know a Red Sox radio experience really without Castig in that facility, in working in some capacity one way or the other. The voice of the team, the voice of summer. You know what I mean? Just sitting out, having a glizzy, having a burger, having a couple of drinks. And Joe Castiglione's there to talk about a swing and a pop-up. Like that. That's how lucky were we to have that. How lucky were Red Sox fans of all generations over the last 40 years to have that. I wrote it in the Brushback article that a similar person for my dad's generation was Ned Martin, who did the Red Sox play-by-play on the radio for years. And one day, like our kids are going to have that person, whether it's a NESN figure like an Orsillo for our kind of generation, or if it's another person on EEI.
Wait, why not,
I hope it's not an Orsillo.
Why not who's
for
calling
them.
Why not who's calling games right now?
Well, it could be Dave O'Brien. Who knows?
Guys, this is
Maybe
our
it
this is our chance. This is our chance to get Dave back in the EEI booth. We're pushing
I think
him.
Will
That's gonna be
Fleming-
our big off-season edition. This winter is going to be a new NESN.
Oh, I love it.
You know how Biden right away endorsed Kamala, and that answered all the questions because Stig, I believe, endorsed Will Fleming. So
Yeah, I did see that.
we could have gotten oh my God, I'm blanking on his name.
well, Joe, I appreciate
Very handsome. We love
that
him.
recommendation.
Liam Help. Who's the play-by-play guy?
Mike Monaco.
Monaco.
Yes, Jesus Christ. I couldn't remember his name.
I'm shocked he hasn't gotten a big full-time gig yet.
It's gonna
I'm
suck so
sure
bad
that's
when he
coming.
does. Whatever.
Fucking,
back to-
did you guys see one of the Woo Sox kids is going to be the voice of the Knicks on the radio?
Yes,
Wow.
I did
which
see
is crazy jump. Good for him.
that. When are we gonna get a
But-
promotion like that? The three of us.
Someday
One of these
we'll sell out
days.
at some point.
Yeah,
we'll
right.
sell it. We've talked
But no,
about it.
it's.
I'm not too proud.
I'm happy for Castig. It's a well-deserved, retirement, or a time for him to spend, moments with his family. He mentioned, he's got a lot of grandkids to see, games to go to locally. So I'm happy for him. But it's a part of the experience of following this team that goes away. And wanted to give him his flowers there. Talk a little Joe Castiglione.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
Seriously.
Not that I like. It's been a long time since I've actually tuned into the radio regularly, just the EI broadcast in general. But I don't know, man. Like you said, Fitz, it was a constant.
I listened
long
to a
drives,
lot of
late
radio while I
nights.
delivered pizzas.
Yeah.
Just kind of and then so it's not something you think about. It's just all right, I'll toss EI on. I'm in the car. Sox are playing. I don't know. It'll be different. It's like that meme with the golden retriever in the water. It's going to be okay, but it's going to be different.
That's right. You
I love
mentioned it,
that
Jake.
meme.
You mentioned it, Jake.
That's an
like,
oddly
what-
comforting image.
It is. He's like half submerged in a
Right.
lawn chair in
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah, keeping it real with you, but still being assuring. But you mentioned it, Jake. How many times have you been in bumper to bumper, going on and off the Cape, or just going to work, getting home from work? And it's just maybe you're not even half listening, but just the meter and in the pitch and the tone and the cadence of Joe Castiglione. It sounds corny to say it, but that's a comforting presence. Just to
Yeah.
know that's a lighthouse in a bleak dark night on the water. You know what I mean? That is a beacon of light there. Hey, at 7:10 at 1:05 or whatever time first pitch is 4:05, I turn it on there, and the Red Sox Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione is gonna be there calling the balls and strikes.
Yeah.
I do think it is I don't know, the concept of a play-by-play guy being there before our time too. You go back and watch highlights from the 80s and the 90s, and Joe's there calling all the games.
Clemens's 20
yeah,
strikeouts.
20
Yeah,
strikeout
right.
games. To me,
Pedro in
that's
Cleveland in the playoffs, right?
right. It's just you don't ever really think about someone like that stepping down just because they've been there the whole time. They've been there before you.
Yeah, of course Castig's going to be there next year and the year after that.
Right.
Year.
This wasn't, I'll be honest, this wasn't even on my radar. It's they've been doing it for 42 years. Maybe he gets to 50. No. Sorry, Liam. I'm out this year, buddy. Okay.
I appreciate you thinking of me, but I have to step aside. And we're going to step
But it
aside
does-
for a moment on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
But I don't know. I would like to see, if anything, I'd love to see some more Sean McDonough in the booth
Oh,
next
he's
year.
awesome.
Because I missed the game where it was him.
Well, he does.
Lou
He does
and
fucking
Middlebrooks.
ESPN hockey.
Yeah, oh, I know.
Yeah,
he's
calling the Stanley
he's
Cup.
got plenty.
He's a
got
busy
plenty
man.
of national gigs.
Yeah.
College
but if we
football
could get him
games,
on
too,
just
like
a
college
couple
football
more.
game. I'm going to miss, obviously going to miss Castig, but I'm going to miss McDonough fucking with Castig. That's, you know what I mean? Just playing with him. There was one, Castig was doing an ad read for Shaw's I don't remember specifically what he was saying, but Castig said something along the lines of like, these 2-for-1 boxes of frosted mini wheats, like, the offer is good through June 15th at Shaw's and Star Market, and then like a beat to July 15th, Joe. That's today, and it's like 8:00 at night. He goes, so the offer's done today. He goes, I guess it is, Sean McDonough. It's like, well, damn. He goes, damn, you gotta get on that offer fast. And he goes, I know, my wife and I have to go down to our Shaw's. He waits another beat. He goes, Joe, I didn't know that you owned a Shaw's. Shaw's. This is my charger, Marcia.
I hope they keep running those
with
ads.
Stick going, I think it's everybody who I grew up with is gone now.
That's it.
Like in
It's
all
all
my
done.
sports.
Party's
like
over. The party's over, guys.
Gorman retired this year. Jack retired this year. Castig all this year. What the fuck?
We're losing recipes.
Don Orsillo
Yeah.
was killed by Nesson 9 years ago.
Santos passed a handful of years ago now, but he was another one of those guys. Like, that's the voice of the Patriots, dude. Gil Santos,
Yeah.
rest in peace to him. But that was a huge one.
That actually is crazy saying that out loud. That Jack, Castig, and Gorman all fucking
Lost them all.
retired this year. That's insane.
They're looking down on us.
I'll tell you what, though, I love Drew Carter that does the Celtics games. Fresh young voice. He's great. Not like, well, it's fine.
But yeah, Joe Castiglione.
Yeah. God bless
Hell
him.
of a career. Cheers to him. Just wanted to give him his flowers towards the end of the program this week and shoot the shit about our king.
He's a good man.
Do you have anything else? Oh,
Like on the Red
emoji
Sox.
of the week. A microphone for Joe Castiglione.
Good
I was
one.
gonna go into song of the week if we didn't have Red Sox related things, but this is
This
a Red
is
Sox show,
but
so
can we bullshit a little? Like, I've missed you guys.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, I don't
I
think
had
I got much more
such
to
a
say on
good-
the Sox.
Fuck, I had such a good song of the week in my brain yesterday, and I fucking lost it.
well, you better find it, buddy.
I'm going to go look.
It's been a really good year for music, by the way. It's a strong music year that we've had. Like, Liam, that Dua Lipa album.
I've done Karma
was
Police,
solid.
right? It wasn't that.
Like by Radiohead, you may have.
Yeah, no.
Guys, we should go see Dua Lipa. She's coming to the Garden.
She's coming to MSG as well.
We have to hold you by a leash because you're barking
Fist,
like a
did you
savage
sign up for
dog.
that free Coldplay concert?
I'm sorry, what?
The Sirius XM free Coldplay concert?
Oh, is it in New
Sirius-
York? It's one of those.
Yeah, but you could sleep on my couch. I'd love to have you.
I actually, first of all, I didn't see that was a thing.
Yeah, no, whatever. That's fine. That's
but
fine. I didn't want to see you anyway. That's fine.
Maybe I could take a look. The new music or the new album drops in like 2.5 weeks.
Do you
but
have Sirius XM?
I do not.
Yeah,
My
well,
dad
I think
does
you're
though.
out. Oh, well,
dad
then I
loves-
think you're back in. I think
My
you're
dad
back in
loves
then.
my dad loves the Beatles channel. It's on
You
all the
should
time.
you should ask for that login, my friend.
Absolutely, give me that. I'll steal his identity while I'm at it. But Liam, I mean that Dua Lipa album, I liked it, and that's not even close to.
Feels like a
my
lifetime
favorite-
ago.
My favorite projects of the year. It's been a really, really good year for music. Brat's a great
I'm
album.
pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I can't find what the song was yesterday. I was listening. Fuck. Oh, I remember it now.
You find it?
No, I put it on my Instagram story 2 days ago.
This is a disaster. What kind of genre? How,
Hold the fort. Hold the fort. Wildfire by Michael Martin Murphy.
I'm not aware. I'm sure.
You guys know that one? You ever heard of it?
I don't know if I'm familiar.
Wildfire.
Jake, you need to get into more singing, dude. Angelic. Well, let's not get copyrighted here. Let's not get copyrighted.
Yeah. Give it a listen on your own time.
We've learned our lesson from that.
Horse named Wildfire. Great song. I'd never heard another song by Michael Martin Murphy, but maybe
Fire name alert, Michael Martin Murphy.
Yeah, sounds like an assassin, right?
I was gonna say presidential assassin.
Speaking of assassin,
Hey, Liam, song of the week, Liam.
What do I got? What's been in my ear the past couple days? Tragedy by the Bee Gees. Apparently, it's in the new Beetlejuice movie. It's been on my
I gotta
For
go
You
see that
page.
this weekend.
I've heard good things.
That's what I'm saying.
Things.
People I respect liked it.
I feel like it's out way too early. It should have come out like October 1st. I don't know
Yeah,
why it's
well,
out right now. Because it's going to be on
why.
fucking digital in the next like 3 weeks.
Well, that's probably
Well,
what it is,
that's-
right? By the
that's
time
why-
it's
yeah.
Halloween.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid. They should keep it
Yeah,
in
well,
theaters.
Liam, that's the business.
Well, it's
Still,
dumb.
I'm still
and I hate
unemployed,
it.
by the way. Film and TV business. That's going great.
Nice song.
We'll
Do any listeners want to give me a job?
Connect with Jake on LinkedIn.
Hashtag open to work.
Guys, some people on Twitter are. Oh no!
What?
A player can only get a qualifying offer once in their career. Is that true?
I think that is true.
Oh,
Well, that would
So what,
explain why there's
Kenley's
so many
already got
low.
one?
Liam Curran has just informed me that he got one back in 2016, and he cannot get one now. Kenley.
I actually did not know that rule.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Fuck. I was really onto something, by the way.
Scrap it. Fitz, dump the whole episode. The first
Dump it.
segment's trash.
Dump
This one's
it.
garbage.
Fuck. Should I have
It's
known
like, oh.
that? That doesn't seem like something that I should have known, frankly.
No, because not that many players get them.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you gonna do?
also, I did realize
It's
a couple
crazy Roman
days
Anthony
ago.
was. Do you guys know who Roman Anthony was the comp pick for?
Yeah, it was Ed, right?
Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
High masterclass.
Shout out Ed.
God, I miss him.
That's I mean that's what I'm saying. You know, you let one of these like I mean, shout out Ed for turning that down. But that was kind of an easy one because he was like a decent starting pitcher. Of course, he'll get a multi-year deal somewhere.
And that was what, after 21 too?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that one made sense.
yeah.
So yeah, my song of the week is "I Melt with You" by Modern English. What a fun song.
Good song. Good
Wait,
song.
is
song's
that
so
is that
fucking
the
good.
one that ends sky high?
I gotta be honest, I don't know what song ends.
Wait,
Sky High,
sing it
dude.
for me. Sing it for
I'll
me.
stop the world and
Yes, that is
melt with
okay. Yes,
you.
that is the one that ends. You've never seen Sky High?
I mean, I'm sure I saw it in passing once as a kid, but I don't
Passing.
remember.
Look at this guy,
Good
snob.
picture. I saw it in theaters. I remember.
Me too.
Crazy.
was there.
Crazy.
They had
I
a
think my
huge
babysitter took me.
standee at my local theater. For
I got the
Sky.
commemorative bucket and everything.
Still have it. Still have
Oh,
it.
that's cool. Fitz thinks it's funny to have childhood memories. Cool.
I thought you were going to say commemorative buckets, and you proved earlier this year
The
with 2 and 2
Dunussi?
that yes, it is. Yeah, you proved that it is funny to have
It is
commemorative
funny.
buckets.
I love
So-
my Dunussi. It's back home in Connecticut. I don't have it here.
Yeah, I was in Northern Canada.
I would say, here's a good talking point, guys. How many relievers in the bullpen right now do you think should be in the bullpen on opening day next year? I think 1, 2.
Well, if they get Martin back for like a year contract, I could ride with
And
that.
Slayton.
I mean, Slayton's
yep.
a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I think
Slay-
that might be it. I mean, I don't really
I mean,
know. It's hard to say.
I still want to give Guerrero and Penrod looks.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, it's hard to say anything for them, but I'm pretty much hashtag I'm all set. on-
like the only
pretty much
guys
everyone
that have been
else.
here
I mean-
all season.
I mean,
just Slayton.
I mean, Liam Hendricks doesn't really count in this conversation.
I would
you
say
know?
he doesn't count at all, Fitz. He's straight up not in the bullpen right
That's-
now.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah. I'm saying guys that are in the pen right now. That was the question.
I'm still
now.
I'm still willing to give Weiser another year.
I am
would.
not.
I would.
I can't stand watching him pitch. Zach
think
Kelly,
he's-
I
I think
really
he's
thought
fine
we
for
had
backing
something
it
there,
up.
but
That
It's
I've
over.
never seen anything like it. I've
It's
never
over,
seen
pal.
anything like it. His first
Throw
half
strikes.
was so good.
throw strikes. Maybe he's hurt or something, but if this is what he is, I don't.
Or he's
I-
just fucking tipping pitches because all they do is hit bombs off.
Well,
him.
no,
On,
because
like,
he
the first
he
pitch.
fucking came in the other night and walked Alex Verdugo and Anthony Volpe back to back.
Hey guys, remember when we said that Tyler O'Neill's the worst defensive left fielder that you've ever seen in your entire life?
Don't tell me.
A shallow fly ball into left field. I didn't see what kind of break he had on it at first, but
What do you
with
make? It turn into a triple?
2 outs, bases loaded. He dived for it and got past him. 3 runs scored.
Yep. Okay.
I didn't see what kind of break he had on.
That's
I don't know
fine.
if it was like
Hey.
an impossible
That's
play,
bad.
but
That's bad. No, it was not impossible whatsoever. He should have just let it fall in front of him.
Yeah, because 2 are going to score there regardless if you let it fall, but then you let
Oh,
I mean,
God.
listen, it's the difference between 7-3 and 8-3. No game is over till it's over, but like
He looked like he was unsure the whole time. I'm watching the replay right now.
maybe he lost it in the concrete slab that is that roof, right? Yeah, that's not great.
Tyler O'Neill, I'm gonna need you to not fuck up the first round pick we're receiving for you.
Well, guys, that might be all she wrote. Twins are winning right now. We go 5 back.
Dude, thank God. It's like
Put me to bed before they come here this weekend so I don't kill myself.
I don't have to
Spend money.
on
Well, no, I'll be there Friday. So,
no matter what.
yeah.
Sicko.
Yeah. There's only 6
I-
games left. I gotta send them off.
I want
6
to try to go
home
next
games?
weekend.
Yeah, it's just
What
this
is it?
weekend
The
and
Twins
next.
and then who Baltimore?
And then Tampa.
Yeah, I'm not
Tampa's
gonna,
at home.
I'm not going to be able to make it this weekend, but the weekend after that, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, come
just-
through, Fitz. Come through.
Yeah. I don't know. What can you say? We've said it 3 years in a row.
Yeah,
Maybe
78
it's
and
us.
84 would be fucking
Maybe it's
fun.
us.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
should we
right.
cancel the show?
The first year after,
Rebranded. We can
right?
rebrand.
The first year after we stop the show, they don't go 78 and 84, right? Yeah, so
I guess 79 and 83.
not 78 though. So, all right, is that all we got?
I think so. What else can you say? We got one more episode
They lived an
of
amazing
regular
life.
season.
Yeah, right. Whether you agreed or not,
They were a baseball team.
Blue Jean Baby. You know what? Preemptive song of the week for next week. Tiny Dancer, Elton John.
Yeah,
You can
that
add it
makes sense.
there already. That's a communal.
one
That's a
makes
free
sense.
space there onto the playlist.
That's our last one of the year. At least while they're playing regular season baseball.
I just really am running out of words to.
Well,
I
clearly
know
not.
that's-
because we
we've been
just did
saying
like
This
an
is
hour
kind
and
of
a
the
half.
whole.
So
This
we
is the
have
point
had-
of a podcast, but
We have had
I'm
the
struggling to
same
find new things
conversations.
to say. Yeah.
At this point in the year, we have been talking the same nonsense for 3 years running at this point in the season.
And thank you
I
for
just-
everyone
I
for
don't-
listening the entire time. By the way,
Yeah, I
We
mean,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. Well, yeah,
But-
when we're good and we actually have different things to talk about after Labor Day, it's going to be lift off to the moon.
God, it chills when they actually, don't roll over once we get to Labor Day.
When was that? When did that Bregman Ken Rosenthal article come out? Was that over this last week?
Friday. Last
Oh,
Friday.
the
Friday
trade
morning.
Casas one. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
galaxy brain.
We don't need to give it any time, but
Stupid.
Ken is such a fucking hack these days.
I will say I did look into it further, and we don't have to. We could. This can.
hate it even more?
We can say no. We can save this for an off-season episode. But signing Bregman and moving Devers to DH at least for 2/3 of the season, I'm now open to, because we have
What's the
seen
other
him.
third? What does that mean? What's the other third?
No, like he can still play the field sometimes. I'm just saying, make him
And
the
then what do
DH.
you do with Bregman? Making him DH?
No, play him at third. He's also aging, so I'd expect. he's
I'm all
versatile
set on
enough and
Bregman.
athletic
I don't,
enough.
the Heat is not aging grace. He's already aging bad, and he's like 29 or 30, whatever he is.
Isn't he
All
having
I'm
a
saying,
pretty good season?
all I'm saying, guys, the main point here is we have seen Devers have some nagging injury at the end of the season for 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
So we got to get my boy off his feet for 30 to 60 games.
But that's kind of, I think you might be able to do that already. That's kind of what I was saying a few episodes ago.
With
Like,
who though? Who plays third?
Story.
No, not with that arm. Not
What?
with that
It's
arm.
surgically repaired. It's
No,
like
not
fucking
with that
rookie of
arm.
the year
Bionic arm.
now. Yeah,
Not with that
it's
arm.
fine. It's chill. Put Meyer over there. I don't fucking care. Campbell.
For
Oh,
what it's worth,
Jesus.
just quick interjection. Bregman having a solid year at the Dish triple slash is 254, 311, 440 for a 751 OPS and a 112 OPS plus. That OPS plus, gentlemen, has fallen it's fallen since 22. 134 and 22, which is very good. 122 last year, 112 this year. 134 and 22, actually, as a matter of fact.
I'd do it. It's not my money.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, none of
No,
it's that many.
I think you need to allocate that money to pitching. I'm really fine.
That-
on
Well,
That's
no,
the-
obviously
that's
the
the
pitcher
top
comes
thing.
first. But I'm
Yes.
saying if we are looking to the Devers thing is starting to concern me, where there's something going on all year.
You don't think Trevor Story
seemingly.
can play third base?
No, I don't trust that arm.
Fits?
Not over there.
Is that out of line?
I mean, the
Am I out
range
of
is
line?
nice up the middle. I'd rather that range up the middle. And it's a shorter
Well,
throw.
teach it to fucking Vaughn Grissom or something.
You can't teach range.
You have no. I'm saying
That's why I'm saying just go
I'm
sign
saying
a
the
real third baseman.
I'm saying, but you have
Oh.
like 7 middle infielders. One of them has to be able to play like 60 innings at third base. I mean, not 60 innings. I meant
say 60.
60
Like,
games.
60 to 80 games.
There, right? I mean, how many fucking guys? There's so many middle infielders on this team. One of them has to have an okay arm.
Maybe it's Campbell.
Yeah, maybe. Fucking Connor Wong. I don't know.
They're throwing
But the
Connor Wong
problem
everywhere.
then is like, oh my, I don't know what they're doing with Connor Wong.
Connor Wong.
anymore.
They'll let Connor Wong play anything. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's going to be our opening day starter.
Alex, it's that Trump pointing gif when Cora sees an open position. Connor Wong.
He's going to have you for second base. The late, great Connor Wong.
I just don't. I don't know.
He'll
I don't
have
know
a catcher
what
for
they're-
second.
Why are they like so into making Connor Wong a utility player? Like he's
I don't get
fine.
it. He
Like-
was
I
really
think
good
it's just a
in the first
necessity
half.
right now, you know? It's
I mean,
just-
yeah, I guess. I don't know.
No, but
I don't know.
no,
I don't
break
know.
up-
but like
break up the
next
lefties,
year, I
man.
was seeing people being like, "Bring Jansen back, and then when Teal's ready, you can have Wong play all over the diamond." Why? Why do we want that? Why is that an
don't. I
appealing
don't.
thing?
He's not a first baseman.
No, he's hasn't been good at any of the like. I don't know why they're like. Well, first of all, the weirder this year, I get it to a point, but people talking about it for next year, like, I'll repeat myself. You have like 8 guys for 2 middle infield positions next
Somebody's
year.
got to be able to stick.
I
We gotta
don't
know.
think
I
you
gotta
need
know.
Connor Wong on top of that. I really don't. Remember David
did-
Hamilton? I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, I miss him.
Dave.
I really do.
Having fun at Dave Lane.
Well, you know, he's
Oh,
going to be
the,
packaged in that Spencer Strider deal, so.
Jake.
bless him.
That's right. That's right. We'll miss him.
we already saw the future, so.
Jake, your Trump reference reminded me. I meant to say this when we were talking about Castiglione, but I think it was like Carabas tweeted, Joe and John Sterling going out together is like kind of nice. And then it just reminded me of like all the Trump and Biden videos.
The Yao, or what is it? Yeah, Yoey?
Yeah, with
Yoey?
like the send off, or the one with like Fleetwood Mac is in the background.
Boys
They always
Love.
needed each other. They needed each other.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with Yao? I'm trying to look up the pronunciation.
He was a great basketball player.
Yaoi. It's an anime when it's like 2 men that love each other. It's a genre.
Oh, the guy he bullies in. He was like, I need to like beat him up or something like that.
That's one of yeah.
Trump
Oh,
superimposed.
that's the funniest video in the world. It's like, I'm not finished with you. And have you seen that, Liam?
No,
It's like it's from an anime, and it's like people have put Trump. It's a guy dies, and his like bully comes in, who's like masking that he's sad about his death, and he's like, "I'm not finished with you. Like we still gotta fight." And people have like put Trump's face on that guy, and Biden is the dead one. it's really good.
Yeah. All right, is that it, guys?
Should we make a funny edit of K or Sterling and
Sterling and Joe. We could do one of those.
the
They needed each other.
Yeah, there were a lot of really good Trump and Biden edits this last week.
Silver Springs. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah. Point is, all that being said,
on you,
I'm ready for the summer to be
you
over.
won't forget. What's that tweet? It's like Stevie says, "Hey, I wrote this song. It's called Eat Shit and Die, You Fucking Fuck." Lindsey Buckingham.
And you have to
Okay.
play guitar for it.
Yeah,
or something.
Lindsey Buckingham goes, "Okay, let's call it Silver Springs and let's leave it off the album."
God.
Anyways, that's going to be it for this edition of Pod on Lansdowne, unless we go down a further
I'm
rabbit
so
hole.
excited for the funeral episode. Is that our next episode? Or no, we would have one more.
I guess we'll
and
do
then-
that. We'll do the post-mortem 2
when
weeks
it's
from-
officially. We should get some
July.
people on there to read some, to do some readings, do a
Some
homily.
eulogies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. We should put
We
that
did
out.
that. The original iteration of Pawn on Lansdowne did that. We had some friends go in there, and
it made me think. I was just trying to think of like the bright spots of this year, and it was mostly like funny.
4
Like there
weeks.
was very little
4 weeks
bright.
in
I mean,
June.
yeah, that. But I mean, like get ready to meet the
4
mayor.
days in October, 4 weeks
You
in
know?
June.
Yeah, like that's a funny thing. Get ready to meet them. That'll live forever. I think maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, we
that was
lost.
a good bet.
we
All
did.
right,
Oh. Go
Good way
five
to end
back,
it,
boys.
so.
5 back.
it's over.
For Jake, for Liam, for Doink, I'm Fitz.
Ooh,
You're you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us on this edition of Pawn on Lansdowne. We will talk to you next week. Until then, go Sox and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Obey your mother.